Woo! What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My glasses are crooked. Wow. I could feel them crooked on my face. It's been a while. I think a couple of months now. Quick update before we get into the video. Where have I been? I've been pretty quiet on Instagram, and I haven't put any content up here on YouTube in a couple of months. So, quick update. I work in retail outside of everything I do, everything I do here on the channel and on Instagram. My day-to-day is working in retail. And back before Thanksgiving, me and my team had to go overnight for the holidays, working completely through the night, and then I would sleep all day. And I was also, me and my girlfriend were also looking for a house, and just had a lot of things going on, and I kind of had to put all of this on hold for a little bit until my schedule went back to being regular, which it finally has now that the holidays are over, and I'm ready to get back to the grind of doing YouTube and keeping up with the Magic community again. It was just a little break. I missed it. I love doing this stuff, and I'm very happy to finally be back and getting some content out for you guys. And me and my girlfriend also found a house. We're very excited. We should hopefully be moved in sometime in February, and I look forward to being able to create more of a space to record, to keep making videos and everything. So very excited about that. But without further ado, let's get right into this review. We're going to be looking at Slowhands by Kier Gomes and Nisco. This is V1 and V2. We're going to sit down and take a look at both of them. And I'm going to let you guys know what I think about these decks. I hope you are just excited as I am. If you don't know about these, you're about to. So without further ado, let's take a look at Slowhands by Kier Gomes and Nisco. Alrighty, guys, so like I said, we're going to be reviewing these decks in tandem. This is the V1 and this is the V2 of the Slowhands playing cards. These both came out essentially within the same year. I believe these were back in like April-ish, and then these were towards the very end of the year. I got these in, I want to say, I got these in December, I think. If not, it was like within the, I can't remember the exact day I got these in, but so both versions, we're going to look at both cases right from the get-go. So they both have different themes when it comes to slow things. So for example, this is the V1. On the front you have the snail that's modeled to look like a hand, and then on the V2 they went with a tortoise. So on the side you have the Gomes and Nisco as repeated with the V2s as well. The bottoms, let's make sure we get that in there. You have Slowhands playing cards, and this one's a second edition. Concept by Kier Gomes, designed by Nisco, manufactured by the United States Playing Card Company, all that good stuff right there on the bottom. And then on this side, you have where it says Starters Edition, and then Tortoise Backs. So, got that. And then on the top, you have your Slowhands playing cards. What I love the most is that these are both in the same, line of playing cards, Slowhands playing cards, but I love that everything has been like redone for the second version. It's not like you're getting like a different colorway. Not that there's anything wrong with just doing a different colorway in playing cards. I'm perfectly fine with that. I just love when, everything has almost been rebuilt from the ground up, but it still maintains that Slowhands theme. So for example, everything on the front, I want to say the playing cards font is the only thing that is essentially the same in this double border. but you know, you still have the same kind of model of the double border. You have the two Slowhand, I'm gonna just call them mascots, in the bottom corner. But like the Slowhands font has been changed. I believe they said this was created by Nisco, this font. So it wouldn't surprise me if this was also, but even like this little detail has been changed with that. And then you have the same thing being done on the front, or sorry, on the top. And then this is what the back looks like, but we'll go into the backs a little bit later. Let's go ahead and open up both decks. Oh, and the inside, the tongue says, "Practice does not make perfect." So that's pretty cool. Set that aside, and we're gonna go ahead and take out this one. And this one says "Slow, Steady, Natural." So that's pretty cool. Set those aside. So when it comes to Slowhands, they are, at least with the first deck, it is well, with both decks, they're the standard faces, the standard bicycle faces. So you can expect the usual black and reds with the same pips, which works perfectly fine here. And then the only thing that is different when it comes to the faces are we'll go ahead and pull out the jokers. I'll go through a quick, as I'm going through to pull these cards out, I'll go through and show you the rest of the faces here. Oop, going a little too quick. And let's see here. Oh, there it is. There we go. So this is what your Ace of Spades looks like. I'm sorry, the decks aren't in new order. I've been playing with these a lot, of course. So you have the Ace of Spades, has this nice solid spade on the front. Slowhands by Gomes and Nisco Starter Edition. You got your mascot again. I'm gonna keep calling it a mascot. It's a mascot. I don't care. And then these are the only two face cards that are essentially somewhat custom. They have the creator's faces in place of the king, the original king's faces, which is always cool. I look forward to being able to do this if and when I ever create my own deck. It's a goal of mine. I want to create my own deck, and this is one of the things I look super forward to, is being able to put my face on one of the courts. So that's a really cool little detail there. And then I don't remember, let me just go through real quick before I say, I don't think so. I look at so many decks that I get confused sometimes. Yeah, there's no reveals on any of the courts. However, when we go into the jokers, you have these are the two jokers, and they have the tricycle, which is pretty cool because if you that's the thing about at least the first deck is it's modeled, which we'll go over when we look at the backs. It's modeled after an original bicycle deck, and I'll explain that better. If you remember with the original, with standard bicycle jokers, there's a joker riding a bike on the actual joker card. In the Slowhands version, it's a tricycle, which is very clever. Still got that block back there with the snail on it. However, this is a real snail and not the snail modeled after a hand. They're identical up until the reveal, which is right here in the spoke of that front tire, front wheel. Got a 3 of clubs reveal, which is pretty cool. Always got to love the reveals within the Joker. Now, I'm going to talk about the backs when at the same time as the tortoise back, so I'm going to set that aside there. The same thing with the tortoise backs, or the Slowhands V2s. They are standard faces, and it is the same deal. Let me see, there is the King of Hearts, and then we have the Jokers. We'll go through so you can see all of these cards here. There's the club, and then there's the spade, and no reveals in the face cards. This deck, I took the gaff out. It comes with a double-faced gaff in the starters, as well as a blank card. This one comes with a blank and a duplicate. So here we go. So we have the same face cards that are modeled after the creators. Awesome. One of the things that is different, and I just noticed this for the first time. Now I got to go back and get this one. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So it is in the original as well. I just noticed this. The Elemental Playing Cards logo is actually in the King. That is really cool. I just saw that just now. Nick Nisco is the founder and creator of Elemental Playing Cards. I can't wait to get the carbon decks in and show them off to you guys. I'm going to do a big review on the Oxygen and the carbon decks when they come in. But that is the Elemental Playing Card logo. That is really, oh, let me make sure I get it on camera. There we go. That is really, really cool. I didn't even notice that till today. So as you go back and look at decks, you find little things. But yeah, so you got the original, the creators on the courts. Set those aside. This is the Ace of Spades, which fairly mimics the V1s. You got the jumbo spade in the center with the hand tortoise walking off from it. Very cool. And then we have the Jokers, which is an upgrade from the Jokers on the V1s. The V1s had the tricycle. This one we've upgraded to a bicycle with training wheels, and we have the tortoise riding it, which again, they didn't use the hand tortoise. They used a drawing of a real tortoise. And then we have the reveal right here. This one is a 2 of spades. I don't know if I'm picking that up. There we go. 2 of spades right there. A little bit of detail to this, other than that, is the bicycle right on the neck here has the initials SH right there for Slowhands, so that's pretty cool. Moving on to the backs. So when it comes to Slowhands V1, V2, the backs are, of course, extremely, I'm gonna place these aside, extremely different. Now, starting with the V1s, it was already talked about that this was heavily inspired by the original bicycle back design. So you'll see a lot of that essence within this design, which is perfectly fine with me. I love the idea of like every magician starting off, always probably, like, there might have been a few, you know, a few people that didn't, but for the most part, everyone started off with a bicycle deck. So I love that theme of like the Slowhands is like the starter where all of your magic and your journey begins, and it's a nice little homage to the original bicycle back. So you have the 2 snail hands, I'm going to call them here, and then you have Slowhands written on the back. You have all of this nice intricate pin work here, or whatever you want to call it, going all the way around the card, which really resembles, you know, that bicycle look that everybody's familiar with. And it came out great, and it is a double back design, which is awesome, and it looks great. It's an amazing looking back design, and I really fell in love with that. Comes on that nice standard red, and yeah, they did a great job with this back design. I love it. I think it was executed perfectly, and yeah, that is the back design for the Slowhands V1s. Slowhands V2 is like, again, like they redid everything with just the deck from the ground up. The backs were even redone. This doesn't, to me, mimic any existing deck out there, or not mimic. I don't want to say that, because they're not copying a deck out there. It really is inspiration. They're giving credit where credit is due. This one, I believe, was done from the ground up. It does mimic that tortoise shell very well. And even though that this is like a flat card, of course, this drawing really gives that feeling of like the card being rounded, which is nice. It gives that illusion when you have them in your hand of like this being a rounded back. So great job on that. It comes in this nice, I guess, turquoise blue. I don't know, is that turquoise? That's not turquoise. I'm not sure what blue I would label this as, but I mean, it's blue for sure. It's like a bluish green, I guess. And it just came out really good. And this is also a two-way design. It looks like it could have been marked, but it is not marked. And yeah, it looks really great. Did a great job with this back design. But yeah, getting into the handling, the handlings are perfect. I believe these are printed on the same stock as the original. Yeah, they feel the same, which is a thicker stock. It's essentially the regular bicycle stock. I've broken this deck in pretty good though. It's not as, it almost feels like thin stock now, but they handle great right out of the box, you know, which is expected. I think every card creator definitely puts that extra amount of time into how the deck handles, especially when it's being a deck that, you know, for example, the V1s, that you're sort of like building on that theme of this being your starter deck. I do want to say, I believe that this one, the V2, right out of the box, handled significantly better than the V1s. I think it was the finish. I think this deck definitely has a different finish on it. As I'm switching back and forth, I can feel it for sure. If I'm wrong, then maybe this deck I've just worked in a lot more than the V2s so far. But the V2s definitely, in my opinion, handle much better than the V1s. There's just something, I don't know, you can feel, like I feel it when I'm, and the thing is while it handles differently, it's not handling like bad. Like you can still do proper fans with the V1s as you can with the V2s. Let's see. Yeah, they're definitely, I believe, printed on the same stock. But they handle superbly. They feel good. They look good. I love the way this deck looks. I performed a little bit of magic a couple of weeks ago with this deck, and it did a fantastic job. Looks great, and I'm very happy with this series of cards. I look forward to the next one. I know a lot of people talked about it in the live. Nick and Kier did a live video, excuse me, a few weeks ago, where they talked about, you know, with the deck coming out and everything they did, and then they kind of left a Q&A about what we can expect from the V3s. So people were talking about sloths, yellowbacks. I think that'd be pretty cool. So I look forward to the next deck in the series. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to close off there. We'll go into some closing notes. I'll tell you where you can find these guys, where you can pick them up at, and overall give my final review of the product. So let's jump right into that. Ooh, felt good to do that again. Alrighty, guys. So Slowhands. I gotta, like I said, I reached out to Kier and told him as well, and should have reached out to Nick. Sorry, but you guys did a great job on both of these decks. I am absolutely like happy with these decks. Not that my opinion holds that much water, but it is a very good deck of playing cards. I mean, they look and feel great. They came out just exactly what I would expect a good deck to feel like. The V2s and the V1s. So my hat is off to both of you guys for creating a great deck. It's definitely something that you should be proud of. It's something that other collectors and magicians and cardists should be happy to be performing with. But yeah, great job. If you're not familiar with Kier Gomes, or I keep feeling like I butcher his name when I say it every time. Kier Gomes. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. He has a great YouTube channel. I love seeing how far he's come so far, how much he's grown over the past year or so. Since I ran across him on YouTube. I love his content. I think he's doing great stuff. He's made some major moves in the community, and he's definitely an artist that is sticking to the craft and really like getting a lot of good stuff out there. So Kier Gomes, keep doing what you're doing. I've told you several times, keep your head up and stick to it because you're doing a great job. I look forward to what's next for Slowhands. I look forward to your next project, which I'll talk about here in a second, and everything else that you're putting out there on YouTube and through Instagram. It's great what you're doing, and I know I know that a lot of people share my same opinion. Nick Nisco, Elemental Playing Cards, man, I've said it already several times. I'm looking so forward to Carbon. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to finally get them in. I just got an email like right before I started filming that their fulfillment has started, and I should be getting my tracking info any day now. And they're coming out of Gambler's Warehouse, which is like 20 minutes down the road. But anyway, I should get them soon. But overall, great job. Where can you get these decks if you don't have them already? There's a lot of online shops that are selling them, but the main place you can definitely get them without having to search very long is elementalplayingcards.com. I'll put their link in the description below. You can get single decks, you can get half bricks. I love that half bricks are starting to become a thing. It's a little bit of a cheaper way to get multiple decks without having to commit to a full brick for a higher price. I'm glad that half bricks are starting to really kind of take off, and more people and companies are starting to produce half bricks instead of full bricks. So yeah, you can go on there, you can get a full brick, half brick of V1s, half brick of V2s, single decks if you need them. They come with some great stickers. They're $12, I believe, right now. But also, like I said, there's other online shops that sell them as well, but I recommend getting them straight from Elemental. So definitely do that. Like I said, the link will be down below. Follow Kier and Nick on Instagram. Their links will be down there. Their YouTubes will be down there. You definitely want to subscribe to both of them to keep up with everything going on. And subscribe to me if you haven't already. I hope you enjoy my content. It's good to be back. I recorded like 3 more reviews today that I'm going to release over the next few days because I did receive some decks during, Christmas and the Thanksgiving area. So I look forward to sharing those decks with you. You can subscribe to me here. Follow me on Instagram. I love talking to you guys and like talking Magic, talking cards, all of it. I say it every time I do these reviews. Like, I love talking Magic. It's great. It's a great time. Also, another thing, I'm going to link it down below because I have to film a video today. The Wooden Cardist YouTube channel and Instagram. Subscribe to him and follow him on Instagram. Subscribe to him on YouTube. I have so many things going through my mind right now. Follow him on Instagram. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's working on a really cool project where he's collaborating with several artists. And he's putting this really neat project together that I'm really looking forward to. He's offered me an opportunity to be able to be part of it, as well as several other artists out in the community. I think it's an amazing idea that he's doing. He also does great card reviews. I wanted to just shout out his channel real quick. So definitely go check him out. He hosts some really badass giveaways as well. So it's a win-win. But yeah, just wanted to do that quick shout out. I'll put all that information down below. But yeah, overall, great job on the Slowhands deck. Definitely worth going out and getting your hands on it. I look forward to the future. Oh, almost forgot. Kier and Luke Wadey. If you're not familiar with Luke Wadey, you need to get familiar with Luke Wadey. This deck. Mono X. Hexa is on its way right now, but you got the mono decks. He did the COVID deck. Yeah, here we go. COVID deck. If you're not familiar with the COVID deck, he does amazing playing cards. He's just as good as the rest of them. Kier and Luke collaborated on a project that's currently on Kickstarter right now, and the deck looks amazing. Okay, I'm not gonna put I'm not gonna put screenshots up here because honestly I don't know how to do it. But definitely I'm gonna put the link to the Kickstarter down below as well. Go check it out. Go back yourself a couple of the decks if you can. It's already been fully funded. It looks amazing. I look forward to receiving the decks sometime this year. And yeah, definitely go check out that project. It's amazing. You got Kier and you got Luke collaborating on a project together. What more can you ask for? So yeah, overall I just want to put that bit in there. So I hope you enjoyed the video. This has been kind of a lengthy one, but like, comment, subscribe, let me know how I'm doing, all that good stuff, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Alrighty guys, take care.